Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of What Anna Said podcast. We're so happy to be back. We took some time off, and that's because we were enjoying every moment of my sweet nephew, Kim's son.
Yes.
Foueti Liufau.
Finau.
Yes. I'm still getting used to the name, but my baby Fo is here. Last week, Sunday, Kim gave birth to a beautiful 8-pound.
Yes, 8 pounds, 15 ounces. So basically 9 pounds.
Yes. Baby boy. He's sleeping inside right now. And so we've got the chance to just soak him up. Thank you guys for being patient with us. Those of you that have been reaching out and tapping in to see what we've been up to, that's exactly what we've been up to. So you guys might catch some episodes with baby Fo here with us here and there. Mm-hmm. So we've just had the pleasure of getting to soak him all in.
Yes, and it was at this very spot that we announced it on our podcast.
That's right.
That Kim was expecting.
That's right.
And that was our birth podcast. Yeah. Boring to Anna, fun to me.
Always boring to me. And so this is exactly where we told y'all that Kim had a surprise for us, and that she was pregnant with Fo, and it just happened to be that this is where we are. This is
right where we're picking up a full
circle moment, because now that same baby we were talking about is sleeping inside the house.
Mm-hmm. It's almost feeding time.
It's almost feeding time. So you guys might get to see him here, those of you who are watching us on YouTube. What else have we been up to during this time, Sally? Fill them in.
Yes, we decided to create something in honor of our grandfather. S1E28. Mm-hmm. That's the Castati Legacy Scholarship Program. This is something that we've always wanted to do, but never knew how to even start. So to see it come to fruition and see how it has developed within just that short amount of time of deciding, let's just start. Right. Let's just do it. You know, if you've watched one of our New Year's episodes, we talked about just doing it. Whatever it is, whatever goal you have, whatever dream you have, just do it. Go out and start. Like, we didn't have the credentials or not credentials, but we didn't have much of an idea of how. We knew what we wanted to do, we just didn't know how, but we did it one step at a time, and we were able to award 5 recipients.
Yes. And so I just want to go back, Sally, to what you were saying about wanting to do this scholarship. This was something that we've always wanted to do. This has been a long time
I'm going to edit my part out.
This has been a long time dream of ours. And thank you, Sally, for explaining that this definitely was a goal that we had. In the beginning of the year, we talked about some goals that we had, and this was one of them that was always in the works, and we were able to finally have the opportunity to do that this year. So those of you who have been keeping up to date with us and following along on our journey, especially on social media, Instagram or Facebook, you already know that we did have the opportunity to roll out the scholarship program through the Castati Legacy Scholarship Program, and that we were able to gift that to 5 recipients.
Yes, and that was geared to our high school students.
Yes.
And specifically, we wanted to do have it geared to South Pacific descent.
Right.
If you've followed our podcast, you know that we came from the islands. We were born in different islands: Fiji for Kim and
Samoa,
our brother, and then American Samoa for me and Anna. And then just migrating and just moving here and there. And so we wanted to create that opportunity for these kids. We initially wanted to award 1. As we read these essays and their answers to a Genie question that we asked, we saw that there was no way we could just award 1. If we could award all of them, that would have been amazing. Mm-hmm. But we definitely stuck to the 5, and we have one of our recipients here today.
That's right.
And we're so excited to have her on here. This is someone that we were able to, when we reviewed all the applicants, there were 2 different criteria that we were looking at. We named it our underdog spirit and our visionary spirit. And so with our underdog, this is someone that is resilient, has grit. They are put in
maybe the odds are stacked against them.
They continue to rise above the odds and continue to go towards their goals no matter what, and continue to persevere. This is someone that gives hope to the younger generation, you know, letting them know that no matter what comes your way, you can do it. Yeah. And there was also the underdog spirit. The visionary spirit.
You're talking about the visionary, right? And this is someone who has a defined goal already of where they want to be, you know, that they have dreams, they have aspirations, they have something that they're already doing right now, you know, not waiting for it to come, but actually working in the field that they want to be in, or
Taking those
developing
steps, yep.
exactly developing
Action.
the skills and the traits that they need, whatever it is. And those who are just determined and have that grit, you know, basically, to no matter what their obstacle is, that they're going to do that thing that their goal is. So we had our visionaries and our underdogs, and then so this was the criteria that we chose all of our recipients by. So like Sally said, we do have someone with us here today, and we just want to thank you so much. We have Ilaisaane with us, Ilaisaane Likio, who's with us here today, and she's just going to share a little bit more about her dreams. And she's one of the recipients that we chose, and we're just so thankful for your time, because I know, you know, you guys are busy, you have things to do, especially teenagers.
Yes. To make time.
Coordinating with teenagers, like they're busy. They're busy. So just thank you so much for giving us this time so that we could go over this together for our listeners and for your peers who are listening, and just for those who are maybe younger than you and on that road, on that journey, just giving a little bit, just spreading positivity, spreading that hope. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me today. My name is Ilaisaane. I just graduated from high school, Trinity High School. I will be attending TCC in August. Just waiting. Yeah, that's it.
Yes, that's right. Attending CCC in August. And then can you share a little bit about the road that you're taking now, and the goal that you have? Because we know it, because we read your essay, and it was beautiful, it was inspiring, but I don't want to take that away from you. I want you to be able to speak to the listeners right now, and just kind of dive into your story and what it is that you're pursuing and what brought you to that.
For many of y'all that don't know, I am pursuing in nursing. This has been, it wasn't like my honest thing. It was because like I had it in my mind, but I was gonna become a photographer because I like taking pictures a lot. But then I realized that it wasn't like my passion that I wanted to do, and so I chose nursing because of my grandma. And I chose nursing when I was like 10ish, like 9, like back in my childhood, because there's like this cartoon show called Doc McStuffin that I will always watch. Yeah, so I was inspired by that TV show, and then I didn't really think about choosing nursing until my grandma got sick, so then I chose nursing. And ever since, when after my grandma had gotten better from the hospital, I was like, I'm taking the opportunity. So I'm doing nursing. There's like so many nursing things that I want to do, like labor and delivery, and just helping out the elderlies. Yeah, that's kind of my passion.
Yeah, I totally can see that, especially when we read your essay. You kind of talked about how with being with your grandma at her appointments, and taking her there, and really paying attention to what, you know, her care team was advising her with checking her, whether it was her blood pressure, her vitals, and all of those things. And for you, you wrote about how you were there in that moment and really paying attention to what they were saying, so that you could go home and do the same thing, provide the same care for your grandma, you know, that they were doing at the hospital or at her appointment. And that was really amazing to read, because I don't know a lot of kids that, or teenagers that are going to these appointments with their grandparents and actually paying attention and thinking, let me take this information back and care for them. That's truly someone who has a heart for people, and nurturing and caring for others. And like you said, you had this already in your mind at 10 years old. And then, you know, for the cartoon like Doc McStuffin, for that to be something that interested you, and then it came out later in life, when with the situation with your grandma and her appointments, how it came out to be like, hey, that's something that I'm passionate about that. So I think that that's amazing. I think that that's exactly where you need to be in that field. Because I know myself, I've taken my grandparents to appointments, and I don't think I've ever sat down and taken notes.
The only notes I've taken is when you guys were about to have a baby.
Yeah.
And that's where my passion came from. But and that's how I kind of resonate with Ilaisaane and the passion that she had because of being at the hospital with her grandma when she was sick, and then realizing, hey, like I want to be able to take care of people that are going through this. I want to be able to take care of people that are in pain, and just seeing your heart for people. There's no question in my mind that you will become a registered nurse. And we're so excited for that. With becoming a nurse and with Doc McStuffins, was there any other point in your childhood where the nursing thing came up, or was it just that those two occurrences?
It did. I would say I was wanting to be a doctor. I was growing up. I had a little sister. Her name is Kylie, and I would play doctor. So I would grab a doll, a random doll, and I would pretend like I'm doing CPR or like pretend like I'm actually helping that patient out, like pretending to be a doctor. And then I would tell my mom like I really don't know what to be in life, and then my mom was like, well, whatever it is, like there's other passions or opportunity. Like my mom was like telling me like there's opportunities to like out there for me. It was the same thing with my dad. And so when I saw nursing, I didn't really think about being a nurse. I just said, oh, this is fun, like it's easy. But then both my parents were like, it's a lot of work. So then I sat back and I was like, okay. And then now, cause my grandma just recently got out of stomach surgery, so then I had saw that again, and then I saw one of the nurses, and then I was like, I'm taking the opportunity again. Because before I wasn't really gonna take that nursing opportunity because I had lost hope for like my passion and everything, because it was just like my mental health and everything, getting school and stuff. I was going through so much. My
Teenage life.
Yeah, the teenage life is so hard. But then
It really is.
it is. And so I was trying my hardest with these exams, these schoolwork to push through. But yeah, my dad pushed me. If it wasn't really for my dad, because I started like pushing through and everything because of my dad, and he didn't want his like oldest child, because I'm the firstborn from both sides. They didn't both want me to like drop out of school, because I was really about to drop out of school. And I didn't really have nothing. And then I saw y'all scholarship, so I applied. And then after applying for y'all scholarship, I had my hope back again. So yeah, nursing just came back up again.
I love
after-
that. Yeah, I love that that there was also a moment in your childhood and how even in that moment of playing with this doll, playing CPR with it with Kylie, that that it was always there, that passion to become a nurse was always there. I think it was just awakened as you went through these certain life events, like with your grandma being in the hospital and then going to the appointments. And then not only that, just hearing how you mentioned that, you got that hope from applying for the scholarship, getting awarded, because that's really a part of one of our mission. A part of our mission statement is to create a nurturing environment for high school students. We've all been there. Anna's been there. Kim has been there. I've been there in high school. I mean, we all have different. Why are you laughing?
I was like, not Anna's been there. Like, I thought you were just gonna talk about yourself.
No, I'm talking about all of us. Like, we've all gone through that, as teenagers. And then now as moms, we get to be on the other side of it and see where our parents were coming from. And then in turn, go and try to help other students that were in the same exact place that we were all in at once. So I love that you shared all those feelings with us and being vulnerable on this podcast to share it and be open.
Yeah, because it's really tough. Like, because you were saying, teenage life, and we're laughing about it, but it really is tough, especially as a high schooler, just going through those things, because I feel like everything that you're feeling and all your emotions and everything that's happening, they're just heightened, in this age, in the age that you are. And so for you to have everything that you were battling, whether it was your mental health or problems at school, problems at home, problems just within, your within like internal crisis or internal problems that you were dealing with, and for you to even think, let me apply for this scholarship,
Yeah.
during all of that, and that part of you that still pushed through, like that is just, and that's exactly what we talk about with the underdog, the criteria that we had when we were looking for someone, and you definitely checked all of those things off. And just kudos to you for continuing, for even, first of all, kudos to you for taking the advice of your parents, because you could have just said no. No, I'm not gonna do that. No, I'm gonna give up. Yeah, but no, you took the advice and you considered the advice of your mom and your dad, and I love that when they speak, that you took that and that you listened, because that's huge. And now we get this awesome opportunity to not only support you through the scholarship, but just walk alongside you as you go to school and you discover more, because when you get into this field, as you're getting into it, you're going to really see what lane, because you said earlier you might want to go into labor and delivery, you might want to go into nursing. There's so many, with the elderly care, and there's so many things there that's just options for you. And so I'm so excited to see you as you define exactly where it is that you want to go. Something that I loved from your essay that you shared with us when you applied for the scholarship was when you went on the field trip, your school field trip. So can you talk a little bit more about that and how they asked you the question at the end?
Yeah.
Yes.
So it was the beginning of my junior year. Yeah, my junior year. And this is because sophomore year it was really rough. Skipping classes was a lot. But I had junior year, I didn't really have a passion for anything at that time. So I went on a field trip with my counselor and them, and took I went on a field trip to this college. I don't remember the name that I went to, but I was touring around the camp. This is like right after my grandma was out of the hospital. So, right after my grandma's hospital, I took that field trip, and there is this thing like digital marketing and social media type of stuff. So I was going through to there because I was gonna do photography and stuff. So yeah, but then when I was going through there, I kind of lost interest in it. So then, the next after digital marketing, we were visiting like the science stuff, like going to like medical fields, like dentists and stuff like that. I was touring in the medical fields, and I was seeing these like group of students that were with this fake, like the fake people and stuff, and doing like their shots and stuff. And then I could hear them say like, "Hi, I'm your nurse for today. Is there anything?" And then I was like, I had a refresh, so I was like, I'm taking the opportunity. And so during when I was touring the school, because we're touring two schools, we're touring TCU, and this other school, I think it was like S something SF
SMU?
SMU
Or
SMU
SFA?
SMU. So while I was touring through SMU, I was like, wow, like like SMU is a big school. And I was, as soon as I was touring through there, I was going through their cafeteria, everything. I liked SMU. And then I was going to TCU, and I was touring around, and I was like, I'm taking that opportunity as a nurse. And afterwards, it was this coach that was driving us, and the counselor had asked students like what's their favorite part, or like what they're interested in, the field trip. Many people didn't really like respond because they were really like, it was kind of boring, and they were like saying like like, but I was the first one to raise my hand and be like, Miss, I'm going to take my opportunity to be a nurse. And she had asked me why, and I told her the story of my grandma, and I told her like this is the reason why I'm gonna do my nursing because of my grandma. And then there's other people that I want to help, and there's other families that my family or anybody that I could help. And so after telling the counselor about my story, she was proud. I think I kind of made her cry a little bit. But yeah, and then after touring those two campuses, I toured around TCC, and then I heard about these two giving out the scholarship. And after giving the scholarship, my uncle Gia was the one that told me to apply for the scholarship. Seeing those text messages like there's other opportunities for you. And I was afraid of applying for a scholarship because, like Anna said, like there's like it's scary because you might not know like what you're gonna get after. But I applied, and yeah, I was scared, but then I'm glad I did it. So we're going to use those money for nursing.
That's awesome. I'm so glad that, well, first of all, for you to even take in the what the field trip was about, because counselors and the programs that they have in school, all these things to expose all our students, the future, like the possibilities that are out there. And like you said, other students, maybe that wasn't an interest for them that day, but for you to be there on that day, and you initially going for the digital marketing and the photography and all that media and stuff, and then finding your way to the medical, like to that portion of the field trip, and then having that like passion or that interest ignited or reignited, because this was always something that you were interested in. But for that to be something for you to feel so confident to raise your hand and say, I'm going to do nursing, that's wonderful. Like that's just so awesome. And I applaud the adults in your life, your counselors, your teachers, your parents, your uncle Kie, for pushing you to show you the way, to show you that there's more opportunity. Because like us now as parents, some of these things, we're trying to push this out because this is stuff that we wish we knew about when we were in high school and when we were coming up, growing up as kids, knowing that there's other things, there's opportunities everywhere and resources everywhere for you. So that's just wonderful that you took the time to really think about what you wanted to do and to feel confident enough to know that I'm going to do this.
But yes, speaking of opportunities, I love that you continue to take a hold of the opportunities that were presented to you. Even if it involved some of your family members encouraging you to do it, I love that you still took that opportunity to take advantage of it. Anna, you touched on, this is something that we wish that we had back when we were in high school. And I just want to add on to that. It's different because we had counselors, we had people telling us, trying to show us the way. But I feel like it kind of hits different when it's your own people doing it and showing you the way, because representation, it honestly does matter. And so being able to be of South Pacific descent and come alongside these high school students to hold their hand. I mean, even when we offered the scholarship, we saw that no one was really taking advantage of what we presented, and so we kind of had to come alongside and say, hey, we're here to help you. Like, we want to help you. This is for you. If you need help, let us know. We will come to your house. We will meet up wherever you need us to meet up. We will print out the scholarship for you. Like, it came down to that point because that's what we needed to do at this level, where this is not really something. I mean, I know there are so many other students that probably have the way already molded for them, already paved for them. But for most of the South Pacific descent, there's going to be a lot of hand holding to like lead the children into this higher level of education.
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially because we're first generation or second generation here, coming from the island. So it is just like my sisters have been saying. Just very inspiring on it, just to see all the obstacles that you were faced against, and just seeing your strive and determination to push through it, and seeing those that had a hand in helping you get to where you are today. is very inspiring, and I'm so proud of you, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for you.
Thank you.
I was going to jump right onto that. Yes, very proud of you, Ilaisaane, for taking a hold of these opportunities and also saying yes to coming on this episode for this podcast, to record and working together with us. It is summertime, so I know there's a lot of things that you probably have on your schedule or, just having to get a teenager up in the summer. So we've all been there. And so for you to even take this next step to come and sit with us and share with all our listeners and viewers about your passion and the things that you went through in high school and all of that. My other question that I have for you is, what advice or encouragement do you have to offer any young listeners that are in high school right now, or even in elementary if they're listening to this podcast?
If you're in elementary and you're listening to this podcast, you might have advice for us. Okay. But anyway, like Sally said, yes, because you touched on how you were in high school and just with everything that's happening, just feeling hopeless and wanting to be done, like wanting to throw in the towel, like just I want to be out of school. Let me just focus on me. Like, why do this at all?
Right.
What brought you out of that, and what can you tell listeners who are in school who might have those same feelings? What is something that you can give them from your experience?
So my number one thing is to stay out of drama, because there's so much high school drama, especially you being there for them, and then next minute they turn your back on you. That's what I dealt with a lot in high school and in my middle school years, middle school going all the way to high school. Just stay away from the drama. But I would tell you guys to listen to your parents and listen to what they say. Take always listen, even when they're telling you to keep pushing forward. It's gonna be okay, because sometimes your boyfriend, your girlfriend, or anybody your own friends, they're not gonna sit back and they're not gonna be with you. You just gotta tell them hey, I need some advice, because I always had to go to my dad for everything. But I would say because I went through a tough thing in high school, I would say choose your friends wisely, because you never know. Till this day, I have a friend, my friend group is small. Always have something small, because having something big, it always evolves this drama, man, it's so much. But there's a thing that I always say to my little siblings. I always tell them to look forward and don't look back, because at the end of the day, you know you looking forward, but there's gonna be that one person that's gonna stop you from doing what you want to do. And it's not easy, because I was stopped so many times, and how many times I was stopped. But you just gotta push forward, push through, because and I hated when people was in my little corner and telling me oh, this isn't your stuff. I don't like people telling me what I want to be. I want to be what I want to be and listen to what I want to hear,
Exactly.
So in order for me to do that, I had took a step back from people, negativity people. So I had told people I had focused on positivity, because I'm always about positivity. I'm not all about negativity, because I'm always that friend that has advice for you. I'm I'm gonna be there for you, but I'm not gonna be here for every step of the way. There's some things that they gotta figure out what they have to do. Yeah. And so an advice that I would give out to you guys is to just always push forward and go forward. If you have a passion or dream, go for it. Take that opportunity, because I took that opportunity, and I would want to see from hearing from my story, I want to hear people's story too.
Absolutely.
Especially from this podcast, I like hearing people about saying like, "Oh, I heard you from this podcast or this
Yeah.
podcast." Like, yeah, because um just hearing from everybody, like I love their stories and seeing their passion about what they want to be.
Exactly.
So I just want them to like push forward and then just go for it. Don't look back and say like, don't be scared, like be brave, like be big boys big girl things, like do that. But yeah, I would always tell my cousins and to my cousins and my family that are like watching this, because I know you are watching this. I want you guys to walk that stage and also get that diploma, get that college diploma, everything, because at the end of the day, you're representing your parents, like, you know, all their hard work, their sacrifices they're doing, you know. But me, I did this because, and my senior year was dedicated to my namesake, my auntie Ce. Her name is S1E Likio, and I was named after her. And you know, hearing her story about her doing, like, she graduated, she was working, and she was helping out, you know, the poor and everything. Like, I wanted to do that. So I want y'all to like represent who you guys are, represent like your family, because my senior year was dedicated to my aunt that passed away from cancer last year. Yeah. And so it was a tough one this year because it was just a rough place because I barely got time with my aunt Ce. So I wanted to make this senior year for her. It was not because of like me just graduated. It's just me representing her because I'm the next, and I'm the. There's gonna be other Ilaisanes like named after me, but I'm the only one for right now in my family, and I'm representing her and my family. But want you kids to get that diploma. And my senior year wasn't just for my auntie Ce. It was also for my grandpa, my great grandpa, my grandpa Ali and Makiteli. Um, it was for them, and I just wanted to give my achievement to them, and also my parents. You know, I told you like it was because of my dad. You know, if it wasn't really for my dad, because man, I was in a rough place with my biological mom. You know, but me and my mom, like, we fell off bad term, but then we picked it up. You know, I'm glad that we're on good terms right now. You know, but just glad that we're both on, you know, same path, and we're just gonna move forward from it. But if it really wasn't for my dad and my stepmom, like, for pushing me, because they're always like, because they call me baby, so they're like, baby, you need to take this step, like, baby, take it. Because, you know, my dad didn't really get to walk the stage because of like dumb decision. But I told my dad, like, it's okay, like, you know, we have mistakes, you know. But a part of me, I didn't really tell this to my dad, but I said it on my post. A part of me is a part of my dad, and my dad walked the stage with me, so it's like walking, like him walking. So he walked the stage with me, proud that me and my dad made it. So it was like, just glad that I walked the stage. I just want you guys to walk the stage and, you know, give your achievement to your parents, because all of those sacrifices and all those hard works, like, it really counts. You know, it's so like, it's so hard to like just seeing like they wake up every morning, seeing them pray, and then they go to work, come back, eat dinner, pray, and then go to sleep. Like, it's what my grandparents on my stepmoms, they're always like, say your prayers. Like, they always say your prayers. But if it really wasn't for those two and my mom too, if it wasn't for those three for like pushing me and to take those opportunities, I really wouldn't be here because man, I probably would have been like working at American Airlines or something, like just graduating school. I probably would just be getting out of school and go straight to work. But no, I'm gonna be finishing school and then
That's right.
pushing through.
Exactly.
Yeah. I just want you guys to push through school, and I better see y'all walk the
Yes,
stage.
that's right. And thank you so much for speaking to our viewers, especially our younger kids that are still in school, and encouraging them to walk the stage to get their diploma. And just, first of all, our condolences on you speaking about your auntie Sane, who sounds like a beautiful soul. And what a beautiful way for you to honor her life by pushing forward. And you're giving the advice that you actually took for yourself, because you said continue moving forward, continue pushing forward. Like you said, you didn't get to spend as much time as you wanted, but for you to dedicate your life and to dedicate and to continue learning and pushing through everything and rising above the noise, like you said, staying out of drama from school, just rising above that noise of whatever's happening, because when you're focused on your goal, you don't even, that stuff is just water under the bridge, And so that's just wonderful advice, and I see that you're doing that. And speaking to you as parents ourselves, when our children accomplish something, that is greater than anything that we can ever accomplish ourselves. So trust me when I say that your father is very proud of you for walking the stage, and like you said, we did this together, and that is so true. That is so true, and that's something that's so beautiful to see, that you get to do that for your parents. And even talking to our listeners about listening to their parents, that in itself is a wonderful advice, not just for school but just in your regular life. Obviously we agree as parents now, but because parents are they're the one person, people on this earth who want the best for you. There's no one else that wants the best for their child other than the parents, and it sounds like you have a great set of parents. Your mom, your dad, your stepmom, just everyone who's coming alongside you and nurturing this growth. I love that for you, and I love that you're honoring your grandfathers and your auntie in such a beautiful way, because your success is everyone's success, especially where we come from in our culture. Your success is the community's success. So we can't wait to celebrate you. Thank you so much for shedding light on all of those things, your struggles, your triumphs. We're rooting for you. We are rooting for you.
Cheering you on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, we're also proud of you, and we know that we cannot wait until the day that you walk the stage. Once you get that degree. And we just thank you so much for taking this time out to be here today with us. And we thank you to all of our viewers out there and our listeners, those who follow us on all our social media platforms. Thank you for tuning in to What Anna Said podcast. We'll catch you next time. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, follow us on our social media. And thank you for tuning in.
And please, and if any of our listeners, if you have advice that you want to share with us, or you want to share with Ilaisaane, go ahead and comment it or drop a message below. Anything, spread positivity, anything that can help her in her journey. Please do so. Let's build a community around her. Let's continue to support her. And I can't wait to bring you back and check up with you with your schooling, how that's going, and the road that you're on. Thank you so much again, Ilaisaane. You're just such a bright light to our community, and I can't wait for people to see this and see all that you have to share with them. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Can't wait to hear from you guys.
Bye.